What's going on, everybody? Welcome to IDK Vlogs. Welcome to a what kind of podcast are we doing today, Rayhan?
Today we got one of the best podcasts out right now. We're doing it with the one and only, the founder of Breds Hot Chicken, the one and only Scott. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Glad to be here, man. I appreciate it, really.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah.
Here's your mic.
Oh, okay.
Of course. No worries. No worries. No worries.
Hold on. Testing. All right, we got it. Let's go.
How was your day today?
It's good. Hectic as usual, more or less. I would just say this off the bat, when you have wheels on your company, there's just always something going on, no matter what the case is, however smooth you think things are going. It's always something, so it's just I'm used to it now. But everything worked out today. Absolutely. So I'm happy and hope everyone's happy with their orders just right before this.
Very happy.
Huge shout out to
Breds.
Breds.
Look, we're eating it right now. It's delicious.
I wish I could eat more, but we're on pod.
Yeah, take your time, guys. Have a salad after this. Okay?
Yes.
We're just extremely thankful that you're able to come onto the podcast and allowing us to film right in front of your restaurant on wheels.
Yes.
So thank you again. So let's get into this. So I don't know if Vlogs is all about learning about how individuals reach the top of success or are achieving the success that some of us strive to and want to get to. So we want to understand what steps you took and what allowed for you to reach the top of the food truck industry.
Yeah. I'll say this. I'll start off. I'll say this. I'm a little bit older than you guys, so I've seen some more. I've dealt with more. I think it's one part of it is just having experience with this, that, and the third. I really appreciate folks your age range that seem to have that hustle in your eyes, like you're doing something. Hey, I'm playing games too at home. Trust me, I got the PS5. But at the same time, I also put that time in on whatever this, hustle is or this job that I'm doing here. So I always say this, it's whatever you're involved in now is always going to be applied to whatever your main focus is later on. It just seems to work out that way. At least for me, I can say that. I'm saying all the way back from the 90s when I was just, hey, I'm going to take a Photoshop class for, some particular reason. And now it's like, I do all my posts on Photoshop, even like, why are you doing it like that? It's like, it's just, I'm so fast on it. I don't know if I'm great at it, but I know I'm fast at it. Things like that.
For sure.
Or, I used to fix x-ray machines at airports.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Talk about pressure.
Oh, yeah.
You have no idea. I actually used to work for EG&G Astrophysics, formerly Perkin-Elmer Instruments, formerly L3 Communication. Never mind that. What I'm saying is I used to work when there was a lot of things going around 2001 at airports and x-ray machines.
Absolutely.
I was actually there with that pressure.
Yeah.
So, just having pressure in my back pocket as well, very, very helpful, guys. So that's one thing I would definitely say off the bat. If someone's trying to do something and they're like, and then they get into it and they're like, oh, I'm over my head, keep going. Take the pressure, bro.
Put your foot right on the pedal.
Just
again.
get your foot. Keep going.
But how do you keep that hustle going? Like, as you mentioned, you've always had it, whatever you were doing. Like, how do you keep it?
You know what? I'll say it now that I have a family, it's more them.
Okay.
That it's more them that I see directly in front of me. Prior to having my son and my wife involved, I just kind of took things as a passion first, and I just kept going with it from there. So it's that passion that drove me from the beginning, and then from there with the family started building up. It's definitely that's in the forefront.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you first initially started the food truck, what were some of the struggles and obstacles that you had to overcome? And how did you overcome it?
Yeah, with the food truck, it's funny too. I had options. I could either, I can buy one out, get it fixed up, or I can find one for lease in the LA area. And I said, you know what? Let me go for the lease. Let me just take it for a half a year, see what I love and hate about it. Okay, and then at that point, I can start building my own out. Unfortunately, things happened in 2020 where it's just like, okay, I don't know what's about to happen. I'm not going to change anything up. I'm just going to keep focusing on exactly what I'm doing right now. And, it worked out. It worked out. So, yeah, in the future, I do have some plans for my own food truck and whatnot. But this is just fine. Someone else's truck, just pay them for it. Yeah. And they maintain it. So that has its positives and negatives, too. Fryer's down, drop it off, let them fix it. Yeah. Things like that. So.
But why Nashville style chicken? Like, what did you see in that?
Nashville hot chicken. The reason why that became, You know, my wife and I, we've been foodies for a long time. We were the ones that would travel just to try a new Korean soup.
Oh, yeah.
Or just some new barbecue. And we still do it today. Shout out to Heritage Barbecue all the way out in, San Juan Capistrano.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's a drive.
yeah. You know, we just took a drive out there in the rain a couple weeks ago.
Oh, God.
But, you know, that's what we do. We're just, that's our
You
joy.
love food.
Yeah, we love food, exactly. And we just loved it so much. And, you know, we had our own food at home. And we're like, hey, you know, we're putting all our flavors into this and all our love and our passion. Let's put it out there and see what other people think and see how they react. They reacted very well. And I'll tell you, that first event, I was like, all right, we'll do it, but we're not going to ever do this again. Like, this is just a onesie. This is a one-time thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like, let's do it. We'll put all this money into it. We're not going to make any money because we're putting so much money into it, but I doubt, you know, and the reaction. You know, it just took that one person, that first order. They grabbed it, took a bite. They're like screaming, like, everybody, yo.
No, Austin and I religiously eat your food now.
Awesome. I appreciate it, man. I really do. But yeah, it was just that again, that passion, you know, just to offer what we have in our home, from our homes, and to give those flavors out to the folks.
No, for
So
sure.
yeah.
And for our viewers out there, how did you come up with the name Breds?
All right. Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm a sneakerhead. I'm a diehard sneakerhead. I've got all my sneakers in storage right now. I haven't had time.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a big sneakerhead.
They're just sitting in storage right now. I miss them. I mean, I've got my you know, my package kit.
Let's go.
In the bedroom, you know, just to relish over, you know, just with, you know, being so consumed with the truck, you know, it's just taking a lot of my time. But, you know, for those who don't know, I should say this: Breds. You know, Breds is a abbreviation for black and red, which is a popular colorway for sneakerheads. Michael Jordan, as a matter of fact, he wore a pair of Bred ones back in '85. When it wasn't the particular colorway of the team, he was fined $5,000 per game.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with
That's
that.
crazy, though.
Exactly.
And Nike said, hey, you know what? We'll cover the tab. We'll cover the $5,000. And what do you know? That was like the best $5,000 that they ever spent.
Oh, yeah.
Each individual game, you know. So that's really, and then my nickname's Bred Scott, you know, being that it's just my favorite colorway. So why not just add it to the, you know, to my business? So that's the game plan.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Fun, man.
What's your favorite sneaker right now?
Right now, other than Bred ones? Oh, man. There's some Travis out there that I've been feeling lately.
Travis.
So there's plenty of Travis. I mean, Travis has been hitting hard. SBs, not that I could get my hands
Did
on
you
any.
see those? That resale on that's too expensive for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the resale's
And
crazy.
right now, the Dior's. The Dior Cloud Jordan.
You're on another level, man.
Yeah,
I can't
those
even, I can't even talk about those.
Yeah.
If you're on that level.
I wish I could get that.
Yeah.
You know?
Man.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
day down the future.
Right, yeah. I'll take a custom. You know, maybe we'll find somebody.
Hey, Nike, if you're watching this, let's get our own Breds one.
Bro, that's actually the mission. You know?
That has to be the mission.
Just to get a collaboration, not only just with Nike, but just anyone, really. You know, I mean, I wear so many. The closest I've gotten, let me stop laughing, but the closest I've gotten, I did a huge event. This is pre-COVID. Did a huge event for, it was like, they were all flying in from all over the world for the headquarters or whatnot. This big party, office party for Skechers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, someone at least is hearing me, you know, someone's listening. And hey, shout out to Skechers, which is, by the way, I believe the #2 sneaker company.
They're super comfortable.
Look,
They're
there's
huge.
a lot more soccer moms out there than hype beasts.
Exactly.
Sorry to say, you know,
That's
so
true.
when it comes to it, hey, you know,
Yeah.
Skechers is on top. So.
Oh, yeah,
But,
definitely. So, with the community that we're in right now, thank you shout out to Islamic Center Your Belinda for allowing us to use their parking lot. But
Definitely.
why halal meat? Like, you guys use halal meat. And,
Right.
For those of you that don't know halal meat, it's just it's what in Islam, it's a humane way of killing the animal, and that's the slaughter. And it just has more purification in the meat itself. So, but why halal meat? Why did you guys use it?
Exactly, yeah, and it took me a little bit of learning up on that too. It was more or less it was partly an accident, but at the same time, you know, we've played with a lot of chicken, and we've seen quality. Just opening up a raw bag of 40 pounds of chicken, we see it, and with the halal chicken, we always down the bat, we always noticed that it was just a cleaner process. We could just tell without even frying
Oh,
it
yeah,
up
for
or
sure.
anything. And then what we, doing some more learning up, we understood that there is another level to a halal meat, which is hand slaughtered as far as the chicken goes. And so I looked into this as well, and we can go down that rabbit hole on what that is, but the bottom line is it just seems to be more control of where that chicken is, where it's going, how it's being slaughtered by hand, and then how it's being processed from there right to all the way to the truck, processed from me to the
Pretty much by indirectly looking for the best meat, indirectly allowed for you to enter into a whole niche market, because there's barely anybody serving halal chicken in the Nashville South.
Exactly.
That's true. That's really true. And I didn't necessarily expect this at all. And I'm thankful for it. And I'll be honest with you, the halal demographic, I usually call them at first, but, those that are Muslim that looking for that halal chicken or meats, they've been tremendously helpful in my business, with my business. They've been tremendously helpful. No doubt, with obvious, view that the demographic that reaches out most to me is the halal community. So I really appreciate that. And yeah, that means there's going to be some more endeavors with halal standards coming up. So it's not just Nashville hot chicken that we've been cooking for some years, but we've got some other things up the sleeve. Hey, if it wasn't for 2020, man, you'd already be having some. You'd already be having some, honestly. But we just we pump the brakes on that when the time's right.
Oh, absolutely.
Still in research and development.
Yeah, we'll say that. Yeah, exactly. R&D. I'm going to need some R&D help too, by the way. So I'll be asking you guys for the help on that. when time comes.
Mind if we do?
All right.
Of course. So since we're talking about how you got discovered, in a sense, how has Instagram and like Snapchat and like Twitter helped you get more reach and more audience?
With these with social media, it's definitely a game changer from years ago. I mean, I can see it because I'm there. With my old personal businesses that I used to do, like for instance, I used to fix or I used to make computers. I used to build computers out, and I would take them to the hood because there wasn't a lot of computers in the hood. And I would give them paid programs like, hey, just give me $200. I'll come back in a month.
That makes sense,
another 100, and then another 100. We'll call the whole thing off at $400. Things like that. And no, I didn't have any social media help with that. There was no such thing. I did well, but I had to get that hustle on my own. I had to get out there, hit the streets, and really find people who are in need of my service, and then say, hey, and then they realize, yeah, I'll take it. But now, with social media, I mean, it's such a game changer that anyone, and I tell my son this even today, we just bought a puppy. A cute little puppy.
Lucky.
I needed him. I needed him. But it's inspiring because after we have the puppy, he's so adorable, so cute, and then we realize, well, everybody else has got dogs and puppies, in our neighborhood. Man, they probably want little cute outfits too, or they probably want, they probably want little home cooked meals as well, And it's kind of silly because it's just a dog, but that's what people want.
Oh yeah, it's a family.
Yeah, it's just an extension of the family.
Yeah.
So, I was telling my son, it's so different now. The dynamic is just so different where, hey, you've got an idea, put it together, and put it out there on social media, and I'll tell you this. You may feel like, no one's interested, or someone's already doing it, but I guarantee you, someone's out there saying, oh, I'm in.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm in.
Or some people even feel embarrassed to post, like, you're like, oh my God, people are going to make fun of me. People are going to be like, hating on me. But you know what? If you put yourself out there, your success will come your way.
You know what? I've got to take your advice on that, honestly. I really do. That's reflected because, I'm not out there as much as I wanted to be, that I planned on being. So I need to take that to heart.
Because that was even our thought. Like, we were like, man, people are going to make fun of us at school. Then COVID hit, and we're like, who cares anymore?
Man, this is awesome, man.
Exactly.
Even if
Shout
COVID
out to you
didn't
guys.
hit,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like-
We still would have posted it.
It's the most important testing ground. You can literally do it for free. You
Yeah.
can put an idea out
You're
by
right.
just pressing a button. And
Right.
you could literally change your life overnight. Some people have.
Exactly.
It's
So
such a
many.
crazy concept that's like possible.
It totally is, and anyone can do it.
Anyone.
Anyone
Yeah.
in any
Doesn't matter how old you are.
situation. Yeah. So.
And you guys have been able to amass over 8,000 followers on Instagram
Is that right?
alone.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, we were looking at that. We were looking
That
through
was
it.
research.
It's amazing. 8,000 followers.
That's good.
It's very hard to come by.
Yeah.
How were you able to build that just over the years?
Honestly, I just let it run its course. I haven't, purchased. I've got a lot of offers. Hey, we can bring you followers.
Yeah.
and I don't even, honestly, I don't even know how that all works. I just decided, hey, we're just going to allow that nature to run its course.
Organic.
And-
Organic, right?
Yeah, just organically. And I think that stuff works. I mean, I'm sure it
Oh,
does.
absolutely.
But you know what? We're comfortable at our pace, and when the time is right and the place is right to try another marketing endeavor, we'll allow that
Just
to happen.
beware the people like messaging you like, oh, you want to grow your account 100,000 in one day? Yeah, just beware of those ones.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a little
Good to be true.
sus. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a little
Yeah.
sus. As soon as I hear something extreme like that, I'm like, okay, all right, let me just swipe,
Yeah.
swipe this way or that way. Yeah.
Delete.
Yeah, just delete
Right.
that. So, but yeah, definitely. Social media again is just so powerful.
So
just,
powerful.
just to exclamation point on that.
Have
It's
you guys
very-
tried TikTok yet, or?
It's funny. My wife has been pushing me on TikTok. I'm like, and I'm in, but it's just that I'm wearing so many hats. I just need to just put that time out and just say, okay, let me just check this out, get a feel for it. And a lot of the podcasts and guys that I listen to, they're even telling me like, yo, get the TikTok together, okay? That's the wave, So reluctantly at first, but now it's like, okay, let me get on this bandwagon here. So when the time's right. Shortly,
Yeah.
shortly.
No, yeah.
I know a lot of us teenagers are on social media these days, like all the time. So is that kind of how you reach out to the younger generations like us?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'll say this because originally Bred's Nashville Hot Chicken. I mean, it's sneakers.
Yeah.
A lot of the younger audience, they get it. Not even all of the younger audience gets it, but I know that there's a demographic that does get it. So yeah, more or less, it was primarily framed to encourage the younger audience to come on out and have a good time. But all in all, even some of my old friends and whatnot, we still love that fun stuff.
Exactly.
So it's appealing to me too. I want a little fun with my sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be just no. I mean, shout out to Becky, but just Becky's Burgers. But I'm in. If it's a good sandwich, sure. But just wanted to throw a little flair, a little fun.
Breads is the only name out there. Like when I hear Breads, like Breads Nashville Hot Chicken, that's like it's synonymous right away.
Well, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
That really is. If I can, if I could take over that name,
Like I think about you guys before the Breads, the Breads won.
then it's working. That's
It's
awesome,
definitely
man.
working.
That's great. That's great. I just a fan of the colorway. Really, that's all it is.
It's right on the truck. If you guys look behind us, right there.
Probably can see it.
Definitely. Definitely, yeah. So good time.
So, now going back to, did you ever think about opening up a store front, or is that still in like
Yeah.
the future?
No, yeah, I have. And this was the year.
Mhm.
Back in 2019, things were great, and everyone had that 2020 vision. Everyone was like, okay, 2020 is the year.
I can see clear.
And I was in. I was all in. So I did have plans to open up in the Orange County area. Yeah, but of course things happened. So stuck to the truck, maintained that. However, I did get an offer for, happy to say, a cloud kitchen in the Anaheim area near the stadium.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if everyone's familiar with that concept of cloud kitchen. Basically, you've got some folks from the Bay Area. Some tech folks. They may have left Uber or Postmates and whatnot, and then they scatter all around the country, and they'll find a warehouse in a city. They'll chop that warehouse into 20, 30 kitchens.
Wow.
Now, these are private kitchens,
Yeah.
so this isn't like a big public place where you've got seats and all that.
Yeah.
These are just private kitchens, and as a matter of fact, you've got some of the heavy hitters, some of those big corporations, they're actually already in there. So when you think you're ordering your favorite sandwich on Postmates and it's coming from that place on that corner that you're familiar with, not necessarily.
Right.
It's coming from a warehouse over here with the same branding, the same quality coming out.
That's actually
That's like a
genius.
ghost kitchen, right?
That's the
Yeah.
game. That's the ghost
Okay.
kitchen.
I was like, oh, I've heard of that.
That's the
but-
ghost kitchen,
right, okay.
exactly.
Wow.
So
Really
yeah,
interesting.
it's quite a wave,
Yeah.
guys. It's quite a wave that a lot of people don't even realize. So I'm in. I'm in
Yeah.
on that. And the cool thing about